Filthy pig.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Boomer vs. Doomer. I'm Jeremy, and that's Dan the Boomer. Dan, say hello to the people, please.
Hello, people.
This week, it was Doomer's choice again, and I chose...
Why is it always Doomer's choice?
You chose last week.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we watched that awful Dave Bautista movie. Anyways, this week, it was Doomer's choice, and I chose 2025's Eddington, directed by Ari Aster, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, and Austin Butler. Boomer, if you could summarize your viewing experience of Eddington in just a short phrase, what would it be?
I watched the whole thing and didn't regret it.
Interesting. So, not regretful is the way that you...
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of regret?
That sounds positive, doesn't it?
That's actually better than I thought. Let's start with the bad. What did you not like about Eddington?
Spoilers.
Well, first of all, I think it was a comedy, don't you?
Oh, yeah. It was definitely like a dark comedy, for sure.
Yeah. What did I not like about it?
Yeah.
It got a little too, predictable. Even though it was so convoluted. You could never figure out what was going on. But after you did kind of see where it was going, then you knew.
At what point did you find it because I didn't see a lot of what happened coming.
Once he just started wholesale slaughtering people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I mean, he's got...
But that was deep into the movie.
That was
I don't know.
That was the second act when he first murders Pedro Pascal and his son.
He first murders the crazy homeless guy.
The guy that basically is causing all the chaos.
Kind of shocked you, right? You were shocked because you didn't see that coming.
No, I did not see it.
But after he did that, it got a lot easier.
Yeah, that one seemed to be
In fact, it was almost like fun for him.
Well, the first murder, you can tell, is like just he's not planning it. He's not thinking about it. He's just
why
really
did he
pissed.
do it? Just he's staring at him, and then all of a sudden, he just shoots him.
Well, I think that really one of the lessons here, is do not smack the guy whose wife just left him for a cult leader in the face in public while playing Katy Perry. These are important lessons to learn. That's one of them, okay?
You learned that lesson? Okay.
Well, I mean, come on, dude. If you're not... Okay. Who's the guy you're going to slap? The guy who's living a great life or the guy whose wife just left him for the cult leader? Okay? That's pretty easy choice when you think about it.
I think you should slap them all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The one... There's two complaints I really have. Number one, I think that making Emma Stone look anything less than a 10 should be a crime. Should actually be
when
against
they did
the law.
Fix her up in it, they brought her all the way up to a 6.
Yeah, but at the end of the movie, when she's pregnant with the cult leader...
That's when she was a 6.
Yeah, but before, she doesn't want to be touched. She's obviously, and like it feels like very shitty of me to say, like, obviously she's a victim of assault and like doesn't want to be touched and doesn't want to look...
But wasn't there a lot of controversy about... First she said it was she was victimized in one way, and then the regression of the weirdo butler guy said... made her believe it was something else.
Well, I think what's implied
is
that...
what was it really? What was really that happened to her? She didn't know.
Well, I think what's implied is that it was her dad. That her dad had...
That's what they implied in the beginning.
Yeah, I think...
And then it shifted to Pedro Pascal.
Well...
And then it shifted to... I don't know what.
I think that whole part of that whole mini storyline is the mom is in... Because she's nuts and she's very impressionable. And she is... she can't get a grip on that her husband assaulted their daughter. So she creates this story about Pedro Pascal. And then but every time her dad comes up, you see Emma Stone kind of shudder, right? Like, I think that was intentional and that it was kind of implied that it was the dad. And then
what about the artwork? I mean, anybody that makes that kind of artwork
right?
Needs a shrink.
Getting stabbed and the crazy stuffed animals she makes.
He had to pay people to buy it.
So... the other thing is, I thought the ending dragged just a little bit. It was
where they were shooting up the town.
No, the shootout part was cool. It had like very much like a video game feel.
It was. I enjoyed that part.
It was after that.
But okay, let's back up. Remember when they went to the shot of the guys flying in the private plane with the black? Was that Antifa?
So That's like an interesting plot point.
Because they were the ones in town shooting the shit up.
Right. I think what he was going for there is that they're not actually Antifa. Obviously, the Antifa guys do not.
Well, you can switch the name, but they were paid whatever.
So,
agitator, more than agitate.
Well, I think the implication
they had a bullpup.
Well, is that
50 cal full auto.
The what's implied there is that the data center, the one golden Magikarp or whatever, paid these guys to create chaos in the town when it looked like their data center might not get built because their puppet in town was Pedro Pascal, Mayor Ted Garcia. And after he's killed, those guys get shipped in. They're obviously not members of like Antifa, like how you see college kids and like people marching in the streets.
We really don't know where Antifa comes from.
Well, right, but these are like soldiers. These are agent provocateurs.
These were pretty. Like I said, they had what's a fully automatic.
Right. Yeah. Like an
50
MP5
cost. Just one.
Exactly. So I don't think these are
and a private jet to bring them in.
And that's part of a bigger picture that this movie tells. But let's get into what you liked about it then.
Well, like I said, I watched the whole thing without wanting to kill myself.
That's a good start.
That's a good start for because the chances when I looked at it, I thought it's going to be tough to get through, but the acting was pretty good for the most part from everybody.
Yeah, I think Joaquin and Pedro Pascal do a great job in this.
Well, they turned in their like they always do. Okay, I don't mean phoned it in. I mean they're usually good.
Right. Well, and, Joaquin is like a force of nature when he's in these movies,
because
right?
he's nuts.
He is nuts.
He is nuts.
But like he's a true artist when it comes to like being an actor, getting into this character.
I mean, you've seen him be interviewed by Letterman, and he's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine.
You mentioned earlier that this is a dark comedy. I thought this movie was hilarious.
I did too.
I think my favorite part is when the one kid, Brian, who's trying to sleep with the girl who is in the Black Lives Matter. So he's virtue signaling. Yeah, Sarah. He's virtue signaling out of his ass. He's sitting down at dinner with his mom and his dad, and he's talking about he needs to abolish his whiteness.
And she knew it.
And
she
apologize.
Knew he was full of shit.
Right. Well, and then his dad just looks at him and goes, "Are you fucking retarded? You're white." Like, dude, I lost it in that. Like,
yeah, there was a lot of that little things.
Yeah,
like that
the Ted Garcia, the campaign ad was so like that was funny. He's doing that the 2020 the fist bump but the elbow bump in it, and like of course he's the only one for the most part in the movie wearing the N95. Like it really, there aren't a lot of movies I think that take place in that time frame. Like I know we're only like 5 years removed from COVID or whatever.
Okay, well let me understand what you're saying. You're saying there's not very many movies made that take place in that.
Yeah, time? Like that that time frame of like George.
Yeah, because we all hated it so much and don't want to be reminded of it.
Right. This is like very, very close to it, and most people who see this movie were alive for all this and remember it all.
But see, the good thing is, almost everything that they showed in the movie about that time was in negative light, which is what we want.
Yeah, I mean, it took shots at everybody. I did look up some other reviews on this. People really complain about this movie being like very centrist-y and like, it doesn't take a side. And it's like, no, I think that what it's doing is it's poking fun at everybody.
Wait a minute. It didn't take a side?
Yeah.
I think it took the side of crazy.
Yeah.
And the side of guns.
Well,
on the side of the building, you could see the outline, the silhouettes of a shotgun, a pistol, and a rifle. Remember?
Yeah.
And what was the name of the gun store? It had a really crazy name.
It was like Gunther's or something?
Gunther's.
Yeah. And then he comes out with the fucking M249.
Dude, did you see wait. He broke into that place with 1 foot with 2 kicks.
Yeah. And
then he came out with a 50 cal full automatic.
That was funny. And then he accidentally
shot the Indian cop.
The only competent police officer.
The only guy on his side.
The other deputy, the one named Guy, the white one, he was really funny because he kept saying, I kept catching it, and at first I thought I misheard it, but he kept saying Black Lives Matter. Almost like he was intentionally saying it wrong. Like instead of like, every time he says Black Lives Matter, he says Black Lives Matter, and he's just being a dick about it to the black cop who's, But I think that it had a lot
Well,
of...
he got blown to pieces, and then Joaquin went over there and had to take the pistol out of his arm was blown off. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
He just picked up his arm and
grabs his gun. And then he gets into a Call of Duty-like shootout with
everybody.
Like, everybody.
All those guys on the jet, basically.
The scene when he's got the AR and he's killed a bunch of them, and like the camera is circling him and he's looking, like, I thought that was a really cool shot, the way they did that.
It was like a game, right?
Yeah. It was like a third person over the shoulder, like you're looking for the next target.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't an accident.
One of the things that Joaquin's character Joe Cross says in the beginning, right when the George Floyd stuff starts, is that he says this is not a here problem, or something to that effect. Like, this is not a problem for here.
It's not a problem.
And I think that that's what most of the commentary on this is that it was like social media brings these global issues, these nationwide issues, to like a small town, and then people who have nothing to do with it pick a side, draw a line in the sand, and then hate each other.
Because there's people sitting around looking at their phones and the internet and stuff, waiting for something like that to give them something to do.
Right. It did a great job of making everybody look psychotic. And really, at that time...
And even now. Just give them something, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Give them another pandemic and another reason.
Well, and it's very telling. And honestly, I found Joe Cross to be a really sympathetic character. Like, he...
Okay.
Until he starts killing people.
It was personal between him and the mayor.
Right.
About the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Whether he did rape her or not, he believed that he raped her.
I think it's pretty clear that he did not. I think that when she comes out and says...
Maybe not to him.
Well, right, but I'm saying, like...
we don't know that.
I think we do.
That Austin Butler, is that his name?
Yeah.
He was the...
He's a cult leader.
Yeah. And
he was great, too, by the way.
For him, I'd say that was one of his better performances.
Yeah.
He didn't play Elvis in this one. And he pulls up in that Mercedes truck.
That, like,
just to pick her up.
$300,000 van, and he's like a dirty hippie cult leader.
And not one thing he ever said made any sense, really.
No, he was like...
In fact, he was trying
Manson
to be
character.
obscure and ethereal, and it was mystical and nothing. He never said anything.
Yeah, I mean,
which worked really good for him, obviously.
There are a ton of scenes in this that really emphasize, like, everybody lost their fucking mind in 2020. And the reason why I said earlier that I found Joe Cross to be sympathetic is, like, in the beginning, we find out he has asthma, so maybe the mask actually does bother him, right?
At the end, even when he was shooting the guns, he went for his
inhaler,
breather, and it was empty.
Yeah.
And
I thought, of all the ways that he could have gone, COVID, the inhaler, getting shot, he gets stabbed in the fucking head and becomes quadriplegic, basically. The ending of this is very, very And then the stepmom or the mom goes to bed with him with the nurse. With the nurse, yeah.
Did that have any meaning to you? Or just like, this movie is totally fucking crazy?
Well, I think those are kind of some of the parts that dragged to me. Like, you could have ended it at the speech at the data center. We know he's a quadriplegic. We know his life is a living hell. Now all he can do is engage with screens, basically. Like, all he can do is watch TV and look at videos, and he can't even choose what he watches now. Like, it was crazy to see that...
He can't even choose who he sleeps with.
No.
Obviously.
This movie just... I really enjoy this type of movie because my favorite part about going to the theater is the discussion with the person you saw the movie with on the way home. And, like, just...
Even if it's me?
Especially... Well, no, not if it's you, because you pick movies like Afterburn. And what's there to talk about? How much I thought about... The different ways I thought about killing myself with, like, a
So you think
Slurpee.
This movie was better than Afterburn?
I would say leaps and bounds better.
Okay.
Now, Ari Aster, did that name ring a bell to you?
Ari Aster is one of the famous Astors that went down on the Titanic
Different
in
Aster
1912.
Well, no, maybe not. He did a little movie that you've seen before. If you had to guess what movie that we've watched, he directed and wrote.
Rebel Ridge.
Beau is Afraid. This is the same guy that did Beau is Afraid. And now that you know that, does it kind of, make sense? Like, same thing? Less crazy.
He made this one before Beau is Afraid.
I don't think so. No, this came out, I don't know if...
No, he might have learned a lesson then. I don't know.
This is a lot more grounded in reality than Beau is Afraid was. And it was a lot better. Like,
grounded in reality?
Well, like...
A lot more?
Yes.
How can you say a lot more about something that has nothing? It's not grounded in any reality.
Okay, there was no giant penis monster, which I know was like probably...
it would have added to the
bring
comedy.
that up.
It would have added to the comedy.
Well, when we were talking about Beau is Afraid, after we watched that, you kept talking about we need movies with more penis monsters. Bring me another penis monster. Bigger penis monsters. And so I thought, okay, Ari Aster movie, I'll pick this. Maybe there'll be one in there, and I'm sorry to let you down with that.
Sorry, Mr. Penis Monster.
Man, he just went full Dexter after shooting the homeless guy, like the bags and the weapon.
It took a couple hours, okay?
Yeah.
Before he went, but once he got to the second or third, even his own sheriffs and stuff, he didn't care about anybody.
Yeah. He did. He's framing the one person in the movie that kind of liked him, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm assuming both the deputies
and that was
did,
the worst thing he did. In
that
the whole
actually
movie.
was framing the innocent guy.
Yeah.
I think his name was Michael.
I don't know.
Hold on. Played by Michael Ward. His name was Michael. He frames him, the one person who like treats him like a respectful father figure.
Yeah.
The other guy just kind of was kissing his ass.
Well, movie wise, those are typical sheriffs of a small town. They're getting a paycheck, and they probably played football or something.
Yeah,
in high school.
I feel like that we would have to make this review like 40 minutes to really discuss every little thing that there's so many small little stories.
I think it would have to, if you discussed every little thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It'd be a couple of days.
That's
longer than the movie.
But isn't that great? Isn't it great that a movie gets made that it pokes fun at everybody?
Or isn't it great that it gets made without a penis monster in it?
I thought that's what you wanted.
No, that's what you wanted.
I really liked this guy's movie. Beau is Afraid. If you watch our review,
he has the potential to make some great movies.
You know what?
If somebody would grab him and slap him around and say, "Quit fucking around and make a movie," he could do it. He's got it in him.
He's brilliant. I think that he could make a really good.
But sometimes you got to make if you leave a brilliant guy to their own devices, they can't see the forest for the trees. They need a little, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to make a pro wrestling comparison here.
Okay.
There, in the 90s, there was a writer for WWE. He was the, now I got to look up his name. Anyways, he's basically responsible for like the trash TV era of professional wrestling, like The Rock and Stone Cold, Hell Yeah, drinking beers, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And what he did is he would come up with these crazy scenarios where like things that you could never get away with now, right?
So he made them normal.
Well, no, he made it crazy. And then Vince McMahon, who's gotten
in
some
trouble. He made being crazy normal.
Kind of.
Okay.
Well, no, what I'm saying is he came up with these crazy ideas, and then Vince McMahon, who was the chairman, would kind of bring him back to reality. And I think if Ari
that's
Aster...
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The king has no clothes. Somebody needs to tell him he has no clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Because you can't get dressed till you realize you don't have clothes.
Vince Russo. That was his name. God, I had to look it up.
I could have told you it was
Vince Russo. Bro. Not to make I have to throw in pro wrestling whenever I can. So, okay, Boomer, what would you rate Eddington?
Give me back my money.
Give me back my money?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
2 stars? You gave Afterburn a better score!
Because it was a better...
Are you kidding me?
Because I liked it more.
What the fuck?
I liked it. It wasn't... Okay, now listen. Hold it.
Okay.
I liked it more. Now, that's not to say Eddington was a better movie, okay? But that's got nothing to do with the score. I liked Afterburn more because of the action and the post-apocalyptic aspect, even though it fell short, okay? I liked that movie more than this one.
Eddington's a better movie, but you like Afterburn more?
It had more of a plot and it was better written, but I liked Afterburn more because of the action. I'm an action kind of guy.
You're insane.
I'm colorful.
You are very
You
insane.
are insane.
I thought for my review.
So I got to hear give you the score, dude.
Well,
because you went nuts over mine.
There's two things that are certain. Okay.
Yeah.
Number one, Ari Aster has some unresolved mommy issues. Because between Beau is Afraid and this.
Wait, stop. Mommy issues equals a 6-foot dick.
No. Remember the mom in Beau is Afraid was nuts and was like trying to trick him basically the whole movie. Yeah. And in this one, the mom has like crazy conspiracy stuff going on.
But same thing. So he's got mom-in-law
and he has some weird sex stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but like with Beau is Afraid, he loses his virginity and then she dies. And in this, there's implications
at the end where he put the mom in bed with him when he was paralyzed with the nurse and you knew they were going to have sex, that was just, I didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah. I tried to enjoy this movie, but how could I enjoy anything while I'm watching it on stolen land? Okay, that's the real problem. Yeah. One more thing.
I don't know how you can live with
when the Brian who becomes the right-wing grifter at the end, which was very funny, a nice little funny twist for him. He's giving the speech to the progressive BLM kids, and he's like, I am a white man. I'm going to sit down and be quiet after I finish this speech. And then he keeps talking. Like, shit like that was just, that got a laugh out of me. I will give this, hold it in. I had to pee during this movie, and I held it in because I thought it was great, which is 4 out of 5 stars. This was I think this is the best movie we watched.
I am not going to scream and rant and rave like you did, but I protest silently.
This was better. This is the best one we've reviewed, I think. This is
the best movie?
Yes, 100%. What have we watched is better than this?
Almost everything. Well, let me see. Everything.
You're nuts.
Rebel Ridge.
Was the do-over? Better than...
No,
out of your fucking mind.
No. Like I said, it was a well-written and directed and acted movie. It was. That's all.
This actually had better action than Afterburn, by the way.
Nah.
What do you mean, nah? That shootout at the end was better than all of the action.
I enjoyed the shootout at the end.
It was...
but it was a comedy shootout at the end.
It's like a Western, you're...
But there was comedic.
Downtown.
Where he blew his leg off. It was funny.
Well, everybody, that was 2025's Eddington. Did you like it? Have you seen it? Who do you agree with? Obviously, we differ somewhere here. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like, give us a sub, and thanks for listening. Goodbye.